Hi, I'm Kerry Kirkham, and you're sipping with the Wine Fox. With me today is from my Sarah Winery in McMinnville, Oregon, 3 Degrees Pinot Noir. It is the 2017 vintage. Now, this is a Demeter certified biodynamic wine, all estate grown fruit. The clones include 777, 667, and 114. Some of my favorites, actually. Look at that, just lucid, beautiful color. Nice clarity. When my Pinots look like a sparkling gem, I am immediately intrigued. And I was very intrigued by the text sheet that I read prior to opening this bottle. And it's my day off, and I'm expecting a really busy week ahead, and I wanted to drink whatever I wanted to drink, and it was this wine, and I am not disappointed. This is going to kick my week off in such a beautiful way, in such an inspiring way. I'm very glad to be alive drinking this wine right now with you. Okay, so native yeast fermentation, which is surprising because it has such an elegant nose. Sometimes native yeast fermentations can produce some pretty funky phenolics, but this is so elegant. Okay, but before I get into that, further on down the text sheet, 12 months aged in 100% neutral oak, 13.9% alcohol, 3,000 cases produced. Okay, excuse me. And so what it's like, on the nose, boom, beautiful Oregon Pinot. Elegant, racy, alluring. I get bright, fresh, juicy cherry. I get a little bit of like wet leaves. Not funky forest floor, but like fresh leaves after a rain. Little bit of violet. And something spicy like maybe a subtle licorice note. Beautiful, alluring. I mean, oh. Not only do I like my Pinots to look like this, I like them to smell like this too. Beautiful. When I first poured it for my father-in-law, he said, "Is this French?" I said, "No, it's from Oregon." And he was very surprised. Look at how the light is reflecting through the wine and casting this beautiful red hue on my hand. God, that's gorgeous. I love wine. Okay, sorry, I digress. On the palate, bright, juicy cherry dances wonderfully. Little bit of fresh, juicy pomegranate. And then, you know how sometimes pomegranates have that slight tannic hit. Little bit of subtle tannins in here, but they're very fine integrated tannins. There's a, again with that violet. And then there's a spicy note. And almost like a brown sugar caramel, very subtle. It is a dry wine. It is not a sweet wine, but there's something like a brown sugar caramel, almost maple. God, it is such a beautiful wine. This is a wine that I will be buying and drinking. I really, really like it. It's focused. It's lively. It's such precise structure. And by structure, I mean the balance of flavors, acidity, and tannin. Beautiful. On the palate, it's a medium body. Nice finish. Gorgeous. Really nice wine. It's in the $20-ish range. And that is a fantastic value for a Demeter certified biodynamic wine made from estate grown fruit and native yeast fermentation. Very, very well made wine. It's made by three sisters, the Momtazi sisters, and apparently all three of them have very different personalities, which is interesting to hear because I often find that people who get together who have very different personalities who make things together as a team, their weaknesses and strengths mesh together and they develop wonderful things such as this wine. And this is all that's left of it. I shared this bottle with my father-in-law. We had a ribeye. Oh, and it was perfect. My week is started off beautifully. And again, that is 3 Degrees Pinot Noir 2017 vintage from my Sarah Winery in McMinnville, Oregon. Highly recommended. And to the Momtazi sisters, I say Santé and Carpe Uvum.